Hello, I am Mackenzie, the supervisor of laboratory education at the Boonshoft Museum of Discovery in Dayton, Ohio. And today we are in our science theater, which is powered by Dayton Power and Light. Now today we're going to be talking all about energy. And energy can come in many different forms, including light. Now, along with light energy, we can also have sound energy, which is how you can hear me right now. We have mechanical energy, which is our movement, and we can have our heat energy, which is how we can stay warm in the winter months. Now, we cannot create or destroy energy. We can only change it from one thing to another. So for instance, if I take my hand crank generator right here, as I use my mechanical energy to turn the handle, you can tell that we're starting to produce some sound energy as the gears move. Those gears are going to start turning our motor, which produces some magnetic energy that produces the electrical energy that goes through the wire down to our light bulb, and we start to have that light energy radiate out, lighting up the space. Light energy can behave as a wave, similar to sound, and as a particle. This means that light can travel through the vacuum of space, but still be affected by things in the air. Dust and clouds may diffuse or block out the light from the sun, but a little bit of liquid water in the air can cause it to be diffracted and turn into a rainbow. When talking about light energy, the wavelength of the light will determine what kind of light it is. If you have a very long wavelength, then we consider it to be a radio wave. If you shorten that wavelength just a little bit, we can turn it into an infrared light, which is how we heat up our food at a restaurant. Now, if we go on the other side and you have a very short wavelength, we consider it to be either gamma or X-rays. And if we expand these waves just a little bit, we can turn that into ultraviolet light. Now, a lot of times when you hear ultraviolet light, we think of ultraviolet radiation or UV radiation from the sun. These wavelengths are small enough to get through our skin and burn the living tissue underneath the surface, which is where our sunburn comes from. Now, if we take that UV light and we shine it onto something like depression glass, which has uranium, or fluorite, which is a mineral, we can actually see a really cool thing, because that UV radiation is going to glow on our glass or our mineral. This happens because as we pass that radiation on, the electrons get really excited and they start to jump on the different layers of the atom. And they want to go back to their first spot. So they end up letting off the extra energy as light. So we can see a wonderful glow. There is a rather small area in the light spectrum that we can actually see with our eyes. And this is the visible spectrum, and it goes from all the colors from red to purple. Now, we are going to be looking at some of these colors using these glass tubes. In these glass tubes, there are different gases, and each of these gases is going to produce a different color when the electrons get really excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right in here, and we're going to turn these on. Now, each of these is a different gas. So the hydrogen gas is going to give us sort of a purplish looking color. If we use helium gas, we're going to get more of a peachish orange color. And finally, if we use neon gas is going to give us a bright orange color. This happens because each of these different atoms has a different set of electrons, and those electrons are going to move. So as they bounce back to their original spot after being excited, they let off the different colors of light. Now, if we use a special set of glasses that can diffract these lights, we can actually see that these are made up of different colors. And when we mix those colors together, we get the color we see in the middle of each of these tubes. This is similar to when we mix colors of paint together. The paint will actually make new colors as we mix them from different kinds. I hope that this video helped to illuminate your knowledge on light, or maybe it just helped to brighten your day. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye!